what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for this NECA Batman Begins quarter scale Batman figure. And of course this is based on the Christian Bale version of Batman, you know, from the Christopher Nolan Batman Begins film, which I have right here too, as you can see. Now as you can see, I actually made some like upgrades to my channel with my videos too as well. I have like a turntable now for these, like, so whenever I'm doing like the figure reviews or even like other stuff, maybe like books and stuff like that, you know, I probably have them kind of like turning like this too as well as I'm talking about. But yeah, this right here is the quarter scale Batman figure from NECA, you know, and they have this in 7 scale too as well, you know, and I've been wanting to get like a Batman figure from like NECA for like so long, you know. I never had none from them, you know, so I've been wanting to get one, you know. So it turns out this is the one I actually managed to pick up, you know. And of course this is based on, like I said, the first film in the series. So I'm going to get into this right now. Now again, this is based on Batman Begins right here, which is directed by Christopher Nolan. Had Christian Bale as Batman, Bruce Wayne, you know. One of my all-time favorite Batman films. I actually saw this in theaters too when it was originally released, you know. But as you can see, this right here is the actual box, you know. And it's a huge box like all like the NECA quarter scale figures, you know. And you can actually see Batman inside the box too as well. If I angle it just right, you can kind of see like some of his accessories too as well in there, you know. Now one thing that I do notice about the box itself is it actually does say a quarter scale action figure at the very bottom right there. If I'm not mistaken, that's kind of rare for these. They just have them in these boxes, you know. But as you can see, it says the Dark Knight trilogy. And also says Batman Begins at the top in DC Comics. Now on the side, it has like images of the figure too as well, like the various like things, you know, that you can like do with it. Like it also says that it has a fabric cape that spreads 39 inches in width or wide. It also shows like the accessories, like the featuring grappling gun, large foldable batarang, small batarang, and 2 mini mines, the concealed hypersonic sounder, and lifelike portrait and accurate body proportions of Christian Bale as Batman. So that is all the stuff I just read right there, you know. And on the other side, it also says superposable body, 30 points of articulation and 5 unique hands, featuring grappling gun, large foldable batarang, small batarang, 2 mini mines, you know, and often the details and proportions of the bat suit featured in Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. Can't forget this is also in The Dark Knight too as well, you know. And those are like the various images of the particular stuff, you know. It also has a scripture on the back too as well. Oh yeah, it also has an image of the figure too right there on the back, you know. I'm going to touch on that. It says Batman Begins at the top, you know. It has a picture of the tumbler back there, you know. Okay. Now on the back it says, and there's something out there in the darkness, something terrifying, something that will not stop until it gets revenge. Me, Batman. Then it also says, it has like a scripture at the bottom. It says Batman Begins, the first chapter of acclaimed Christopher Nolan's seminal The Dark Knight trilogy, explores the origins of the legendary Dark Knight. In the wake of his parents' murders, delusion heir Bruce Wayne, Christian Bale, travels the world seeking the means to fight injustice, leading to his joining of the mysterious League of Shadows led by Ra's al Ghul, or you can say Ra's al Ghul, Liam Neeson. Wayne returns to Gotham City 7 years later, and with the help of his trusted butler Alfred, Michael Caine, Detective Jim Gordon, Gary Oldman, and his ally Lucius Fox, Morgan Freeman, he unleashes his alter ego, Batman, a masked crusader who uses strength, intellect, and an array of high-tech weaponry to turn fear against those who prey on the fearful. So I'm going to open this on up and get into it. I know I don't usually do these this way, but you actually can see this is how it looks on the inside. You can see they even got this cape kind of like folded. And there's like the accessories right there on the side. Although I never really do that. Do my fingers like this, you know. As you can see, here's the insert that comes with the figure, which shows like the background. It looks like when the movie is actually coming on, I can see all the bats flying. So, it looks like that part, you know. I know it's kind of more oranger than that, like the sun being it. I probably won't be using these though, because they have all like the stuff attached to it. So yeah. As you can see, here's the quarter scale figure. Now what I'm doing, I'm just giving an example of it right quick. As you can see, they actually had a cape inside. It's like plastic too, so I think you gotta slide this off, you know. So I'm going to do that and then I actually get into the figure itself, you know. But I'm just giving an example of how it did look, you know. It had this cape. And he has tons of accessories too as well, which I'll go through, you know. Okay, as you can see, here's the quarter scale NECA Batman Begins figure. Now I'm going to measure this right quick. And yeah, it is like an 18-inch figure. And I actually have it on a Kaiser doll stand, and it still does come up to about 18 inches. Actually about 20 if you put it on like his ear. It's about 20 inches, like if you go all the way to the ear, you know. I must admit, I am amazed at this figure now. It really does look like Christian Bale, you know. So like I said, this is so cool, and I've always been wanting like to get like a Batman figure, you know, from like NECA, you know. So yeah, I'm going to touch on this as I go through it. And like I say, I do have it on a Kaiser doll stand, because they like I had trouble standing, you know, but I actually put it on the stand, you know. Now again, like the detail in this figure is just superb, you know. NECA really done a good job with this. As you can see, here's like the figure itself, you know. It really does look like Christian Bale, you know. Even the eyes are very well done too as well. I like how they had that glossy like look to it. Really looks like Christian Bale, you know. Even the mouth itself, you know, looks really like almost realistic, like human, you know. Well, you know, like it's really flesh, real flesh. I like how you can see the kind of the wrinkles and stuff in his mouth. I think that's cool. Even the suit is awesome. It looks just like how the suit looked at. I like how you can see the bat symbol across his chest, you know. Even the utility belt, you know, it's like very well done. It's also kind of like loose too. You can actually kind of like turn it, you know, if you want. That's another thing I kind of noticed about it. Even though like the boots on the figure, you know, they look good, you know. I like how they had like a glossy type shine to them. Even like Batman's like gloves too as well, you know. These are very well done too. Yeah, 'cause I know they call these like gauntlets, if I'm not mistaken. It's kind of time they just say like gloves. And of course the cape itself is just like superb. As you can see. Now I do notice this right here on the back of it. It looks like, you know, like it's actually, you can see like the dent of like his actual back part, you know, of his armor. So I think that's kind of interesting, you know. I think that's kind of cool. And I know this up here, like the part of the cowl, I know that can actually come out too somewhat, but I just leave it in there, you know. But I do like how the cape does, like right there, you know. That is exactly how it looks on the movie, like the way it's attached to like his chest. I think that's awesome, the way that looks, you know. And then like you can actually lift the cape up, cause it looks like you can actually take the cape off of him too as well. And as you can see, there's like a back shot of the figure. Cause I think that's where you can attach like the grapple gun right there too as well. What I wanted to talk about too was the actual cape itself. Like I said, I'm gonna touch on that. Like this cape is amazing how long it is. You see, I just touch on this, you know, as you can see, look how wide it is. It's actually 39 inches, like in width, you know, the cape itself. Now the material of it, I like how it feels, you know, it's like, I think it says it's like a velvet like fabric, if I'm not mistaken. But I know if you're not careful, this probably can get like dusted too as well, you know, the actual cape itself. Now I'll give a demonstration to like the actual width of how long this wide this cape is. As you can see, it is massive. This still don't really do it justice, in my opinion. Like actually seeing it here in front of me is like a massive cape, you know. I can't be. I can actually put this on like as like underwear, you know, without careful. You know, it's so massive, like the cape. And it's awesome. I really like this rail. The other thing cool about this bed is actually having on the stand too as well. You can actually mess with Batman cape if you want to. You know, you can actually have it like behind him like this, like he has it a lot of times. So you have to actually fold it. You know, you can have it like that, as you can see. You know. Or you can have it like draped over, you know, like actually draped over him if you have the arms out the way. And it just, you know, like it's covering him, you know. That's cool. And like his arms can be, you can raise them. As you can see. I'm trying to be careful, you know, he does kind of like stiff. But you can't like raise them, you know. You can bend them like that too at the arms, you know. You can like at the elbow, so you can bend them like that, you know. Bring it down. You also can twist like the where the hands can be twisted. As you can see, you can twist the hands. And of course, now the head, just like in real life, like in the movies, the head it can't really be turned, you know, like because it's actually the cowl itself was actually like built into like the suit, you know. But you can like go up and down with it though. You can like go up, down, then you can go up, you know. Now his waist doesn't move at all, but he does kind of like this crunch thing right there, kind of, you know, with his chest. And there, as you can see, his legs can come open. I'm trying to be careful, like I said, because I know, you know. Now, I'm not going to bother the knees, but the knees can be bent too. Well, as you can see, that one could be like this one right here. On this side, it was actually able to be bent. And the feet can also be turned too. They have like movement in them too as well. Now I talk about the accessories that this quarter scale Batman Begins figure comes with. And of course, like my favorite Batman gadget, or you know, or you could say weapon or whatever, is the actual grappling gun. And of course, this is based on how it was like in Batman Begins. Looks exactly like this too, like that gold, like brownish type look, you know. Now they also have this right here too as well, which is I think like a holster piece, as you can see. I think this attaches to like his belt, like his utility belt. And then you actually put the grappling gun onto it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out a demonstration. Now I actually had to switch out Batman's hand too, which he had. Like, this is the balled up hand that he actually had on him. Cause it's like he's making a fist. I like how you can see like those like whole things in the glove too. I think that's cool. But this is actually the hand that he had on, cause I had to switch it out for like I guess you could say this is like the grappling hand for the grapple gun. And it also has like those whole things in it too. And as you can see, you can just slide it on into like the hand like that. So now what I do is actually put it on the figure. As you can see, there's Batman with the grapple gun in his hand. What I do is actually show where the this holster right here, where it attaches to, like on Batman's back, you know, for the grapple gun. I think it's like right back here, like on the utility belt. If you just like slide it out the way, and you can actually see like this. If you look closer right here, you can see that right there. And as you can see, this is how the actual holster thing looks. So I think it just hooks right in to right there. So what I'm gonna do is actually just going to try it. So as you can see, I actually got the holster on right there, and I think that's how it actually goes. Cause you actually could like reverse it if you want, and I'm not really too sure, but it looks like the actual grapple gun just goes in there like that. But I bet I probably got wrong. I'm not too sure, you know. Kind of, if you actually mess with it, it actually will fall off, you know. But you actually can reverse it too, you know. Batman apparently has 5 hands all together. He actually had this hand, like I said, that he had that was actually already attached to him. But he has like 4 other hands too as well. Like the grapple hand, which I had showed, you know. And this right here is like another hand too, and this actually is for like the left side. Then he also has like this hand too as well. You can tell this is for gripping something too. What I do now is actually put on this actual this hand right here, which is like for his right hand. I actually put this on. And as you can see, there's actual, that particular hand right there on Batman. And like I said, I believe it's actually, obviously it is for this explosive mines. And here they are too as well. Now you got one of the mines that's actually closed. I like how you can even slide the red spot in it too. Then they also have one where it's actually out too. They're actually like open. That also has like the red spot in it too. So I guess what you can do is actually just you can actually put the one that's closed in, but I think it's really for the one that's actually you know, I actually believe that it's for the one that's actually out. As you can see, I have them holding it like that. And I'm sure you could probably stick it up in the fingers too as well, you know. And Batman also actually has like this left hand too. And it's a gripping hand too as well. And I think for like other accessories, you could tell that something could be actually put in this particular hand. And this was the actual hand that was on Batman's left hand that was attached to it. It was a closed fist hand. But as you can see, this is the actual, and there's the hand that I just put on the actual like left hand. Like I said, you can tell you can put an accessory in it. Now a couple other accessories that Batman actually has are these 2 Batarangs right here. I always thought these were cool, you know. I still prefer this bat symbol, you know, but this is actually the bat symbol they actually use for the Christopher Nolan films. And as you can see, this is kind of a small one right here. That was actually the back of it. There's like the front part of it. And they also have a Batarang that's actually foldable. You can actually fold this one up. Because you actually see right here on the back, you know, it's actually like folds. And Now the way it is, I could tell that probably would break, you know, if you're not careful. So I just leave it like that. But you can tell that actually it did, it went all the way. So as you can see, it does like close up. But I can tell by the way that it was actually made, that reduct actually, this can actually break, you know, if you're not careful with it. As you can see, it's Batman with the Batarang in his hand. So you can tell it was really made for that, you know. And there's a larger Batarang that can be folded in his hand too. And another accessory that Batman has is this actual Sonar device which he has under his shoe. And of course, you know, this is the device that he actually used to call in like his bats, you know, to help him escape from Arkham Asylum in the film. Right when he was confronting, you know, the Scarecrow with Jonathan Crane. Played by Cillian Murphy. I like how you can say the redness in like this too. I think that's awesome, you know. Now you also can put this under his shoe too as well. If you actually look on the Batman's like shoe, you can actually see that there's like an open slot right there, you know, on this one right here. Whereas this one is like full, so you actually take this right here, the Sonar device, and you can actually just place it in there. So yeah, as you can see there as it is inside. I don't really have it in all the way, like it's kind of tight, you know. You can like pull it out. Now the last accessory that Batman comes with is this actual Joker card. Now this is how it is, you know, it's like in this plastic. And of course, you know, this is showed at the end of the movie when Commissioner Gordon, you know, gave him this card. He was telling him about this new criminal known as the Joker. Well, as you can see, they do have it like in plastic. It's a nice little touch. As you can see, the Joker card actually is inside this like package. You have to like unfold it. And there it is. It even says Joker on it too. I think that's cool. There's even the back of it too. Nice little accessory, you know, probably could put it like another Batman's hand. Okay, there you have it. Now it's my NECA quarter scale Batman Begins Batman figure. I would definitely recommend picking this figure, especially if you're a fan of Batman, or if you're a fan of this particular version of Batman. I would definitely recommend, you know, picking this up, you know. It's a superb figure. Like I said, if anything, I know they have like some like stiffness to it to a certain extent, you know. And I guess if you're not careful, it does look kind of like in certain areas kind of like plastic, you know, like the actual like armor and stuff, you know. But it still is an awesome figure, you know. You can tell that this isn't just like a regular like toy, you know. But I think this is awesome. I would definitely recommend picking this up. And this is like a massive figure, like I say, you know. And this is from NECA, and this is the quarter scale Batman Begins figure, and this is based on Batman from this film right here, Batman Begins, which is directed by Christopher Nolan and the first in the Dark Knight trilogy. And of course, this is the version that Christian Bale had played. You know, he played this Bruce Wayne, you know, Batman, you know. So yeah, I would definitely, and this is easily one of my all-time favorite Batman films too as well. I kind of believe it's actually my favorite one, you know, but it's kind of hard to choose between the Christopher Nolan films and the Tim Burton films too as well. But I would definitely recommend picking this figure up, you know. So this is the NECA quarter scale Batman Begins Batman figure. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. dun, 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 dun.